What's up, guys? It's Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be breaking down the two ways that you can run a whip route. So we're going to be looking at this whip route from Demetric Felton, then Cole Beasley. We're going to be talking about the two different ways that you guys can run this route. Okay, so I hope this video gives you guys some value, but also if you're a receiver and you want to learn how you can read defense, how you guys can understand coverages, check out a full 40-minute video. Check out that very first link in the description for a 40-minute video, like I said, on how wide receivers can understand coverages, know the holes in defenses, and be able to be on the same page as their quarterback. Also, we teach you like when to use certain moves, what coverage would this move work against? What kind of press coverage would this move work against? So check out that very first link in the description for this advanced video. Hope we get you guys on that soon. Let's get started. So now, first route we're going to be looking at here is from Felton, like I said. So we're going to be talking about the first way where you're going to be doing the snap, pivot, hook technique on a whip route. So you see when he comes up into this break, he's snap, pivot, hook. Right? So it's the three-step break, able to get out on this whip route. Now, the most important thing on this whip route, and this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand, is they get so caught up in the steps, they get so caught up in, flipping their hips back to the line of scrimmage and getting out that they slow way down, that they slow themselves down, they pop their chest up, they're not actually selling this route. That's the main key. You guys want to make sure that we are selling this route, actually running and doing those 3 points of attack, right? So those 3 points of attack on a whip route are what? Speed, body language, and eyes. Those are the 3 keys, right? So when we come over here, when we're selling a drag route in this case, you see how he comes off, he gets this little stutter off the line, not really worried about it, but you see how explosive he is, right? He's actually running into this break. That's the only way we get this DB to commit on the drag, get the DB to commit on a slant. Now, this is one-on-ones, right? In an actual game, it's going to sell it even more, mainly because when you actually cross that DB's face, he feels threatened that you're going to run across the field. And one-on-ones, if you run a drag and he's an off man, it's like, oh, wow, good for you, man. Like that's not really doing much, right? But when you're in an actual game, 7-on-7, he's going to be more threatened by this and will probably commit more than what he does right here, right? So speed is very important. Eyes getting to the slant or the drag and committing your shoulders and your hips. You don't want to have your shoulders and your hips drifting back to the inside. So you see he's going to take off here. He's going to go 1, 2, second outside, right? So second outside, he drops his hips and he gets to this explosive position. Now, let's talk about the step portion of this. Let's talk about where you should angle your steps, getting very detailed. So when you snap down with the outside leg, it's very important you get to this position where you could create energy. It's not about slowing down. It's about, are you in a position where you create explosion and use that explosion to turn into acceleration where you get back out to the sideline. So you want to snap here. Then what do you think your second step wants to do? It's much like a curl or a comeback. You want to pivot that second step, almost point it towards the line of scrimmage so you can hook the third step back around, and now you can push off of this third step. So you want to snap with your foot furthest outside. So like let's say you're on the left side of the field. On this case, you want to snap with your left leg, and then if you're on the right side of the field, you want to snap with your right leg. So it's a snap, pivot with the right foot, hook around with the left, and you're trying to get your hips back parallel to the line of scrimmage. But you see how sudden this drop is, right? When you're going to go 3 steps on this break, it's really important that you sell vertical and that drop's got to be very explosive. You want to get your chin to your knee because this is a balanced position to where when you're balanced, you can actually create that energy to shoot yourself out. And you see when he pushes off of that left leg right here, that's the key. When you hook that left leg around, you don't want to have a bunch of choppy steps right here because you're not being powerful with your steps. You want to snap, powerful hook, powerful pivot, powerful hook, and be able to push and drive out so you could turn that energy into acceleration and you could drive your arms and be able to run out of this break. That's a great job by Felton. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. A lot of people could say, oh, well, he only got a yard. In an actual game, when we're actually selling drag and this guy really commits, it's going to be a lot more than a yard. And especially when you get a guy like this, who's athletic as this, in space, I'll take the yard and I'll let him work a one-on-one situation because I'm confident he could break a tackle. Let's watch the thing full speed one more time. So he comes off, snaps this thing off, snap, pivot, hook, catch this ball, then let's work and get outside. All right, so now we're going to be looking at this route from Cole Beasley. Now, you see he's able to get out of this thing in 2 steps. Now, the key here is you see he does the same kind of release, but the thing is that he doesn't sell like, I would say that he doesn't really, like that's his first outside. He never gets to the second outside step, right? So the thing about the difference between Felton's route and the difference between Beasley's route is that Felton's is more like selling a drag. Beasley's is more like selling a slant route because we're not actually going as far, like, you know what I mean? We're not taking as many steps like in the stem portion of it, if you want to call it, in the slant portion of this route like Felton did, right? Because Felton was breaking off his second outside, right? That was the step that he broke. So his third step, right? Beasley's only taken 2. He goes 1, then 2, and he drops, right? Felton was going here, 1, 2, and then taking another third step, and that's the one he was snapping down on. So it's just a little bit quicker of a movement. However, because he's selling a slant, it doesn't really require that he needs to run that far across the field. If he has speed into the break, he commits his shoulders, commits his eyes, commits his hips, that's going to get that DB to jump. And when you snap on the inside leg, you have an opportunity to get out of it in the least amount of steps possible, which is 2. You're not going to be able to get out of this in 1. I know somebody will probably want to ask that. Oh, well, I can run this route in 1 step. No, you can't. You're probably not selling vertical. It's pretty hard to do this in 1 step when you have to get your hips all the way back out to the outside, okay? So you snap on that inside leg. See how he comes here? 1, 2, bam. Snaps on the inside leg. Explosive position. Now you want to hook that outside leg back around to where your hips, again, get parallel to the line of scrimmage. Then what do you think you want to do off that hook step? You want to push off that hook step, turn that energy into acceleration, and then continue to drive your arms and run out of this break. That's a great job by Beasley. So the 2 ways you can attack him: burst to the inside, drop on the outside leg, and really sell like drag, really sell slant for 1 more extra step, or you break on that second step, inside leg, drop your hips, hook that leg around, and be able to shoot out. Let's watch the thing again, full speed one more time. Great job by Beasley getting into that explosive position, chin to his knee, hooking that leg around to make sure that his hips get parallel to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, I really want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions at all, please leave those in the comments below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And again, if you want a full 40-minute video on how wide receivers can read defenses, know when to use moves, know how to sit into coverage, know how to beat zone coverage, check out that very first link in the description. I'll see you guys next time.